what are the barriers? I think some of the barriers, and I'll talk about that generically, and then I'll talk about women. One of the barriers is exactly what I just stated. You're looking to find an answer to do things the way you've always done them. I heard the lady who says, collection is a problem. I forget where I heard, where is she? Collection is a problem, right? By the way, it's a problem for us too. I spent all of yesterday trying to figure out how I'm going to talk to companies who haven't paid. And it's not just the small ones, it's even the big ones. Even government, they don't pay quickly, sometimes for a year or more. And so we have to always think about how to solve that problem. So the first thing is to think about how you solve that problem before you sold. If you're thinking about it after the fact, you've not transformed anything. And you're then going to look for the lawyers, you're going to look for all of those things to come and solve your problem, when fundamentally it's a rethink of perhaps when you sell in the first place, if your business, and I didn't hear what the business was, but let me assume for a second your business is apparel, right? Clothing. If clothing is what your forte is, not credit, then maybe work with a bank, work with a SACCO, that when someone comes to buy from your shop, they can buy off of credit. Then that credit is done by KCB, it's done by SACCO, such and such. Those people whose job it is to manage credit. And your job is to manage selling clothes. Now, if your job is about selling clothes and then you think about digital transformation, it's about how you enable that digitally and do it differently. Number two, sometimes the barrier to entry is knowledge, and sometimes we will start from what we're comfortable with and know, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. The third barrier is we try to do it alone. We try to do it alone. The reality is big businesses that want to make things cheaper, quicker, faster, expand their resources, cannot buy from a source where they're not sure whether the supply will be guaranteed, right? They can't hear, oh, this month things, things were not easy and I was not able to do it, because they're also committing to their customers. So aggregation becomes important. So how we as small businesses are thinking about how we ally and associate, congregate in cooperatives or in other types of association that allows us to create scale becomes important. The last one I'll tell you about is how you're thinking about the growth of your business. In the corporate business, every year we have to be able to commit to growth up front. We have no idea what the year will go like. But last year we did our 5-year plan, and then that 5-year plan is evaluated every year. But 5-year plan that we did as a company, as Safaricom last year, was to say, today we're a large telecommunications company in Kenya, and we want to become a technology company. But in 5 years, we want to be the leading company in Africa. So it's a very ambitious goal. It's a very ambitious goal. So one, how you plan and think about the growth and projection of your business is important. The problem in Kenya, many businesses are too small and they don't grow. You're almost the same business year in, year out. When you don't stretch to think about what your ambition needs to be, if you're going to be a mandazi a business, you should say, I'll be the leading mandazi business in Kenya. Then I'll be the leading mandazi business in East Africa. Then actually, everybody who's in the mandazi business will be buying the ingredients from me. If you start with that type of ambition, the actions you take, the learning you do, the planning that you do is very different. So continue learning, embrace technology, don't be afraid to change direction to where the opportunity is, even if you don't have the capability, be willing to learn. Invest in being prepared, invest in yourself in being prepared, and understand that digital transformation is about you solving for a problem, technology is not going to fix a bad idea. Technology can only improve it. Thank you.
Wow, wow.